Good morning, students. In this video lecture, you are going to study about a first chapter of organic chemistry, that is haloalkanes and haloarenes. The total weightage of this chapter is 6 marks. So, what are haloalkanes and what are haloarenes is, first we'll study completely about the haloalkanes and then we'll study about the haloarenes. As you can see the word haloalkane here, halo refers to all the halogen atoms which are represented by the general symbol that is X. It may be fluoride, chloride, bromide and iodide. So these halogen group belongs to the group 17th of the periodic table. And then alkenes refers to the hydrocarbon which are represented by the general symbol that is CnH2n plus 2. So what are haloalkanes is, they are derived from the alkane chain, that is CnH2n plus 2. One of this hydrogen is being substituted with this halogen atom. It may be fluoride, it may be chloride, bromide or the iodide. So what you can learn from this is, so haloalkanes are the organic compounds which are formed by replacing the one hydrogen from the alkane chain with the halogen atom. The example that I can give you here is methane, which is having the molecular formula CH4. If I remove one hydrogen and if I substitute that with any halogen, for example Cl, it will be methyl chloride or chloromethane. If I substitute that with a Br, it will be methyl bromide. So that is why haloalkanes are derived from the alkane chain by replacing the one hydrogen atom from this. This is about the definition of this haloalkane. The next thing that you are going to study in this is classification, how we have classified these haloalkanes. Total, we have classified them into two categories. That is, the first classification is based on the number of halogen atoms. The second classification is based on the hybridization state. So based on the number of halogen atoms, how you can classify them is monohalogen derivatives or dihalogen derivatives, trihalogen derivatives or polyhalogen derivatives. What is the meaning of monohalogen derivative is, if the haloalkane, if it is having only one halogen attached to it, for example CH3Cl, that is methyl chloride or ethyl bromide. So these haloalkanes which are having only one halogen atom attached to them, so they are called as monohalogen derivatives. Di refers to if the monohalogen derivatives, if they are attached with two halogen, for example CH2Cl2 dichloromethane. If it is three halogen atom, then it is called as tri. So similarly, if more than two or three, altogether they are grouped into a category that is polyhalogen compound. For example, for this is CCl4, that is carbon tetrachloride or carbon trichloride. All these will come under the first classification, that is based on the number of halogen atoms. The second classification is based on the hybridization state. Okay, as you have learnt the types of hybridizations in the previous year, that is three types of hybridization you have learnt: sp3, sp2 and then sp hybridization. Here we are classifying these haloalkanes only based on this sp3 and the sp2. Okay, so what is sp3 hybridization is, if there is a single bond between the two carbon atoms, so the hybridization of these two carbon, you are going to say it as a sp3. If there is a double bond between the two carbon atoms, so the hybridization of these two carbon will be sp2. Okay, if there is a triple bond between the carbon atom, the hybridization state of this carbon will be sp. Okay, so based on hybridization, first we'll see sp3 hybridization classification. Okay, depending upon the sp3 hybridization, we have classified them into three categories. First one is alkyl halide, the second one is allyl halides, the third one is benzylic halides. Okay, so what are alkyl halides? You have to see the hybridization of carbon which is attached to the halogen. Okay, so first classification is alkyl halide. You can see all the alkyl groups are represented by the general word, that is R, which represents the alkyl chain here. For example, what are alkyl groups is methane. If I just remove one hydrogen from this is called as methyl. Similarly, ethane, C2H6, if I remove one hydrogen, it will be ethyl. Okay, so these are called as alkyl groups, that is CH3 and C2H5 are called as alkyl groups. So sp3 hybridization means for this alkyl chain, if the halogen atom is directly attached, CH3Cl or CH3Br, you can see here there is a single bond between this C and Cl. The hybridization state of this carbon is sp3. Here also the hybridization state of this carbon is sp3. Okay, so depending upon the sp3 hybridization, the first classification, that is alkyl halide. The second classification is allyl halides. So this is a new word to you. What is meaning of allyl halides? You can see here the halogen atom is attached to the carbon. The carbon hybridization is sp3. Then the adjacent carbon to this is this. The hybridization state of this carbon is sp2. So what are allyl halides is the halogen atom is attached to the sp3 carbon atom. The adjacent carbon will be having a hybridization state of sp2. So this carbon is called as allylic carbon. So since the halogen atom is attached here, so this category is called as allyl. The third classification that you're going to study is benzylic halides. So what are benzylic halides is the halogen atom is attached to the alkyl chain. So this alkyl chain is directly attached to the benzene ring. The hybridization of this particular carbon is sp3. So you have learnt three types in the sp3 hybridization category. One is alkyl halide, the second one is allylic halides, the third one is benzylic halides. So the alkyl halides are further classified into three categories. So the first one is primary alkyl halides, the second one is secondary alkyl halide, the third one is tertiary alkyl halide. So what is meaning of primary alkyl halide is if the halogen atom, if it is attached to primary carbon, if the degree of this carbon is primary, then this particular halide, that is alkyl halide, is called as primary alkyl halide. So you have learnt what are primary and secondary and tertiary carbon. So primary carbon is that carbon if it is attached to only one another carbon, it is called as primary. Secondary carbon is that if it is attached to two other carbon, so the degree of this carbon is secondary. Tertiary is that where the carbon atom is attached to three other carbon atoms. So you can see here the halogen atom is attached to the primary carbon, it is called as primary alkyl halide. The halogen atom is attached to a secondary carbon, it is called as secondary alkyl halide. The halogen atom is attached to the tertiary carbon, this is called as tertiary alkyl halide. So these three types will come under the category alkyl halides. So this is about sp3 hybridization categories. The next thing that you're going to study is depending upon the sp2 hybridization. Only two types are there in this. First one is vinylic, the second one is aryl halides. So what about this vinylic halides is the halogen atom is directly attached to the sp2 hybridized carbon. See here, the hybridization state of this particular carbon is sp2. To this sp2 hybridized carbon, the halogen atom is attached. So don't get confused between the vinylic and the allylic. In case of allylic, the halogen atom was substituted to the sp3 hybridized carbon, whereas here the halogen atom is directly attached to the sp2 hybridized carbon. The next one is aryl halides. What are aryl halides is the halogen atom is directly attached to the aromatic ring, that is benzene. So the main difference between the aryl halides and benzylic is, in case of benzylic, the halogen atom was attached to the alkyl group. This alkyl group is attached to the benzene. So this, the hybridization state of this is here is sp3, whereas the hybridization state of this carbon is sp2. This is all about the classification based on the number of halogen atoms and the hybridization state. So the next thing is nomenclature. So how these haloalkanes are being named. They are named in this format, that is haloalkane. The halogen atom is written first and then the alkane depending upon the number of carbon atom. So the first example that I have written here is, here you can see only one carbon. If one carbon, the root word that you are going to write is, that is methane. So here the Cl is attached to this first carbon. So the IUPAC nomenclature of this will be chloromethane. This is IUPAC nomenclature. The common name of this compound will be, you have to just write the alkyl chain and then halogen. That is, the common name of this will be methyl chloride. Okay. Next, the second example you can see here, or you can specifically mention the position of this Cl as well. Since there is only one carbon, so even if it is 1-chloromethane, if you write, it is also right, or chloromethane is also right. The second example here is 1, this is 2. 2 carbon atoms are there. Make sure the numbering is done in such a way that this Br, the halogen atom, will get a least number. So 2 carbon, the root word will be ethane. Since these halogen atoms are acting as a prefix, so prefixes are those which are written before the root word. So the IUPAC name of this will be 1-bromomethane. The common name or the trivial name of this compound will be ethyl bromide. The next example that I have written here is, you can start numbering in this way: 1, 2, this is 3. So the iodide is attached to this first carbon. That means the numbering is done in such a way that this will get a least number. The IUPAC name of this will be 1-iodo-propane. The trivial name for this compound will be propyl iodide. Okay. The next example that I have written is, you can see here the numbering, you can do it in this way: 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3. So both will give the number to this I as 2 only. Okay. So the IUPAC name of this will be 2-iodo-propane. Okay. So the common name or the trivial name of this will be isopropyl iodide. Okay. The next example that I have written here is, you can see here, if I do this numbering in this way, 1, 2, 3, the root word that I am getting is propane. If I number it in this way, 1, 2, 3, propane itself. If I name it in this direction, 1, 2, 3, this is wrong because Cl is getting third number. So halogen atom should get a least number. So that is why I am considering this. So first carbon is attached with the Cl, so 1 chloro. After numbering this one, there is a methyl group. This is acting as a substituent. So this is attached to the second carbon. So the IUPAC name of this will be 1-chloro-2-methyl. The root word is propane. Okay. So this is the IUPAC name of this one. The trivial name of this will be, you can count the number of carbon atom: 1, 2, 3, 4. So the trivial name of this will be isobutyl chloride. Okay. So the next example is So if I number it in this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm getting third number for the Cl. If I number it in this way, I'm getting second number for the Cl. So this one is considered. The IUPAC name of this will be 2-chloro, 4 carbon, root word will be butane. Okay. The common name of this will be, the Cl is attached to the carbon, the degree of this is secondary in nature. So common name of this will be secondary butyl chloride. Okay. The next example that I have written here is this. So I can name this 1, 2, 3 in this way. So the root word will be propane, or if I number it in this way, 1, 2, I'm getting the 2 carbon chain, that is ethane. So numbering is done in such a way that you have to get the longest chain. So even if the Cl is getting second position, but we are getting the longest chain, this is considered. So if I choose this as a chain, then CH3 will be acting as a substituent. So the IUPAC name of this will be, so why I am writing first Cl and then methyl, you can see here is, so the IUPAC name of this is 2-chloro, 2-methyl propane. In the alphabetical order you have to write. So C comes first and then M. So that is why the IUPAC name of this will be 2-chloro, 2-methyl propane. So the common name will be here 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbon atoms are there. So this will be tertiary butyl chloride.